Welcome, beautiful people. Welcome to yet another video. I hope you guys are feeling good. Well, after this game, I know you're not feeling good. 5 games in a row. Chelsea had this to say that yes, it's a bit too early, but how early is it? I mean, in comparison to the teams that we are supposed to be competing with, the likes of Man City, Liverpool, even Tottenham. No, Tottenham. Let's pause at Tottenham. But look at the likes of Man City. Look at Liverpool. They're winning their games. Man City have points of 15 points. 15 points with 5 games played. And they're winning most of their games, if not all of them. Now, in terms of Chelsea, this game was honestly disappointing. I was very disappointed by this game. I expected better. I mean, Luton Town, Bournemouth, these are teams that just came from the relegation or are freshly off relegation. But this is what I've been saying. This is what I said in my previous video. If you haven't checked it out, please make sure you do. We are always having trouble, even when we had the best of the best coaches, i.e. for example Tuchel. We were always struggling with these smaller teams, and this is exactly what happened today. It's yes, we will be passing the ball well, we'll be making great clearances, but when it comes to the final third, this is where the opportunity just stops. We just stop and we halt and we're unable to go on forward, and something has to be done about this. Are we scared of making shots towards the end of the goal? What should be done? Like, are we scared of shooting outside the box? I mean, we have had incredible goals. We have had incredible goals from these players while they're on loan, while in Chelsea, while they are in the academy. But this is just not showing in terms of the goals. Yes, we have great teams. Yes, we have a great team. Yes, we have a great manager. Yes, we've been given all the resources that we need. But this is not it. This is not it. And honestly, this game was disappointing. So many chances that could have been converted. So many beautiful chances. The closest chance that we had was Jackson hitting the goalpost, and that was it. So of course we also had Sterling when he was taking the free kick, and we had a goal, then it was ruled out offside. I mean, we as Chelsea, we need a miracle, we need prayers, and I don't know what we're going to do at this point, because this is the time you give the beginning of the season is the time when you give yourself space from these other teams, and you eject yourself from the teams that are struggling. But it is clear to say that we as Chelsea are struggling. Now, we were facing Bournemouth at Vitality Stadium away, so I was expecting a win. But yet again, I knew it was not going to be easy, because I said teams like Bournemouth, teams like Luton Town, teams like Brighton at the time, teams that come freshly off of relegation, always give us a tough time. And we as Chelsea, we're just dancing, we're just lurking towards the relegation side. Yes, it's just 5 games, but come on. What more do you want, guys? We have all the resources, we have everything we've been given, but I'm just seeing loads of PR, and loads of PR. And as a Chelsea fan, I hope you should be expecting loads of PR, because we are losing, and we're not losing in a funny way. We have had 5 games, 1 win in 5 games in the Premier League, and we have had 3 draws now, and then we have had 1 loss. So I am honestly frustrated, and this is supposed to be my birthday month. I am expecting better from Chelsea. It's not like it's supposed to be to switch it up and change it up, but I expected better, to be honest. So if you're new, once again, please make sure you like the video. I know we just lost, but we as Chelsea fans need to come together. Let us stay strong as we move towards this very tough, very hefty transition period, and hopefully we are able to do better. Now, in terms of this game, I have lots and lots of notes that include disappointment, so beware of this. As I mentioned, if you're new, again, subscribe. But let's dive into what happened in this game and where we went wrong, basically. So in terms of the starting 11, we had a 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1 formation, depending on where you look. Now, Sanchez, we had Sanchez in goal. Now, I will be dissecting the player performances as I go through the lineup. In terms of Sanchez in this game actually stepped up. He gave us some few saves that I feel like if it was one certain Kepa or one certain anyway, if it was one certain Kepa, I feel like we would have conceded more goals. But Sanchez has great reflexes. I will give him that. And in this game, he showed why he should be the first. He should be the first keeper online. He should be our number one goalkeeper. He should be the goalkeeper to go to. And Sanchez in this game was honestly really good. Yes, there were some instances that if the defenders were slow, he would definitely be alert and he would make sure that we do not concede a goal. Yes, we did not win this game, but we have to look at the positive. This is the only positive I can take. I mean, Sanchez really stepped up and he made sure that we maintained the clean sheet, because in terms of how the other players played, we will dissect it in a second. So let us continue with the starting 11 now. We had the back four. Now Ben Chilwell did not start this game, which is a bit odd, but I wanted to give it the benefit of doubt. I wanted to give the team the benefit of doubt because he later came in as a substitution, and it was reported that it is due to the fact that he just came in from international break and they did not want to rush him into starting a game. Well, I feel like this is where we underestimated Bournemouth. Even on the bench, we had some academy players. If you ask me, we underestimated Bournemouth, and I feel like this is where it bit us in the ass, if I would say that. Now, in terms of the back four, of course, we've had Thiago Silva starting out in all the games apart from I think the Carabao Cup game. But in terms of the back four, we had Levi Colwill, we had Thiago Silva, we had Disasi, then we had Gusto as a left back. In this game, he did okay. I mean, of course, apart from the moment that we had to leave the ball to Sanchez to save it, I felt like in this game Levi Colwill was okay. Although he was one of the players that was substituted, he was okay for me in this game. Now, in terms of Thiago Silva, I'm just like, yes, he's one of our most experienced players, but I think we're overworking him at this point, and he even incurred an injury, but he was not substituted because I'm thinking if Thiago Silva comes off, who will step in? Because in terms of our defense, we have had lots of injuries. I mean, from Chalobah, from Badiashile, from Benchu, from Rhys James. I mean, it's just unfortunate. Now, on top of it all, we are going to be adding Thiago Silva to the list because he incurred an injury, and I hope it's not that serious because it was from falling down. Because Thiago Silva is one of our most reliable, one of our most experienced, one of the players that we can actually go to when we need for our team to step up. But in this game, as I mentioned, he picked up an injury. I hope it's not serious because that is what I was thinking about with James' injury when we played against Liverpool, only for it to turn out to be a very long injury. And even Pochettino mentioned he doesn't know when he'll come back, and this is just unfortunate, to be honest. What are we going to do? On top of it all, to add to the list of the players who are injured, we have Caicedo. We are not the only team that is faced by injuries, but for some reason, the injuries always get in the way of us winning. And this might be an excuse as a fan. I'm looking for ways to let out my frustration, but injuries are definitely eating us up. Now, in terms of the midfield, we had Ugochukwu, who made his debut today. Now, we had Ugochukwu, we had Enzo Fernandez, and then we had Gallagher. But if you ask me, Ugochukwu, was this his best game? No, I will not say so. But it was just meh, to be honest. Now, of course, Lavia stepped out. Lavia stepped out because he was injured during the international break. This is why Ugochukwu had to step in terms of the midfield, and Caicedo was also out. So Ugochukwu, I think he needs more games because, as I said, this was his debut, but this was not just it. Then in terms of the other midfielder, we had Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez is a quality player. He's a world-class player, but what gets Fernandez is his speed. Now, he is very good at long passes. He is very good at intercepting balls. He is very good at short passes. He is very good at maintaining possession. But when it comes to his speed is just a little bit questionable. Is it just me? Please tell me in the comment section down below. I would like to hear from you guys and interact with you guys. Hey guys, please check out my previous video. I know you guys haven't seen it, but I will share with you on my social media platforms. Follow me there. I'm more active there, so I'm hoping to see you guys and I hope we can interact more. Then in terms of the other midfielder, we had Gallagher. Now in terms of Gallagher had against some incredible. He was creating chances. The players around him were creating chances, but when it comes to the final third, again, we were stopping there. We were having an issue there. We were just not being able to convert the goals, and this is an issue. This is bad. We cannot continue like this. Ugh. Then in terms of the front three, we had Sterling, Mudryk. Now this was the first start for Mudryk, and if you ask me, Mudryk had some instances where I would say, okay, Mudryk is trying, but we also had some instances where I'm just like, why is he so fast that he's passing the ball? In terms of Mudryk, I really hope we can find a solution for him. Yes, we spend so much money on him, but at the same time, when it comes to the final third, again, I mentioned this is where we're struggling. Now, in terms of Mudryk, he had some instances where he was doing okay, and some instances where he was just not it. Now, instances where he was doing okay was when he would make some great passes that would be looking like they would be goals if they were converted properly. But then again, there was just that chemistry is just lack, that connection, that ending is just not there, and I don't know what we're gonna do about this, because it's almost as if the players are scared to finish. They're scared to pass the ball. They're scared to finish this ball and just convert these goals. What are we going to do about this? Because this will be our downfall, to be honest. In terms of Sterling, was this his best game? I feel like he has been doing great in the previous game, but in this game, something is just not right, guys. Is it just me? Is it just me, or is it just me, or is everything just not clicking? For example, in this game, Sterling, I have praised him in my previous video. I said that he has finally stepped up, but in this game, then again, in the final third, we were just not getting it. We were just not converting those goals, and this is where it is eating us up. We need to do something about this, and we as Chelsea cannot continue like this. In terms of Jackson, I know we have to be patient with Jackson. He is a star player once he is finished, once he is ready, but when will that be? He is getting opportunities that are just flying over the roof, and he's just, I know it was raining this afternoon in Vitality Stadium, but then again, there were just some chances that we were just not converting, and basically that was how the whole game went. I mean, in terms of the first half, we had great opportunities. Mudryk almost had an assist, but it was not able to be finished up by Gallagher. Then we also had an opportunity where Sterling had the goal. Sterling had the ball. He made a great cross, but then again, there's no one in the box to finish for us. What are we going to do about this? Guys, we need to find a solution for this. And this is not it. We need to know where we as Chelsea need to pull up our socks. We already know where the problem is, and we just need to find solutions for it. All these injuries, what are we going to do about them? In terms of the first half, of course, it ended up with a 0-0. The scores ended up being 0-0, but as I mentioned, we had some chances that we were just not able to convert. In terms of possession, yes, we have possession, but once Bournemouth get the counter attack, we were struggling, and this is where we almost conceded a goal. Luckily for us, we did not concede a goal, but this was where there was a struggle. In terms of the second half, this is where the substitutions were made, but the substitutions were made, I think, too little too late. I mean, in terms of the starting 11, we all had academy players. This is to show you we're taking this game almost like a Carabao Cup game, because we're not taking Bournemouth seriously, and we did not feel as though we did not feel as if we need to bring the best starting 11. We brought some young players. We started with the 4-3-3. We did not have right wing backs. But then again, we are still experimenting. These are still the first games. These are a total of 5 games. But here we are with 5 points, 5 games, 5 points, and guess what? We are currently ranked 14th. And as I mentioned, yes, these are the first 5 games. Yes, it's still early in the season, but these games determine how far you will be before the next international break and before the January transfer window. Where will we be as Chelsea? This is honestly frustrating. Next up, we are facing Aston Villa, and Aston Villa will be a threat. We'll be at home, but Aston Villa will be a threat. They will be a threat. Why? Because currently, in 5 games played, they are currently ranked 7th. They have had 3 wins, 0 draws, and 2 losses. So honestly, they have 9 points, and will be at home. But home advantage, I have come to see, does not mean anything these days for Chelsea, because I don't know who they're playing for, because clearly they're not playing for the fans, and if they are playing for the fans, it's not enough. We need more. We need more. Chelsea, we cannot continue like this. Honestly, we cannot continue like this. 14th with 5 games played. Next few games will be a determinant of where we might be towards the end of the season, but I feel like we have not had a great start. We have been given so many promises by the owners, by the coach, by the players, but they're yet to materialize. We need to give them time to make sure that they're able to infuse the chemistry and how they gel together. But in terms of the final third, we just need to find somebody. We need to find somebody who's not scared to shoot. We need to find somebody who is willing to put themselves out there, to make sure, you know what, I'm going to try. I'm gonna try. I don't care if it doesn't go in. I'm gonna try. But we need players who can actually convert the goals in the final third. That's all I'll have to say if you don't get anything from this video. A 0-0 loss, a 0-0 draw, which it honestly felt like a loss, because Bournemouth was supposed to be a walkover, but I've mentioned teams like this give us a tough time. For substitutions, we had Cole Palmer coming in place of Mudryk in the 63rd minute, in Benchwell coming in place of Levi Colwill, and finally at the 81st minute we had Martin coming in for Fernandes. Yes, we are creating something. It will take time, but eventually we'll get there. Do I have the patience? I don't know. Am I feeling frustrated? Absolutely yes. Is this where I thought would be by this time of the season? Absolutely not. But then again, everything that's great takes time, but we need to actually show potential. You know, we are just showing a bit of potential, and I feel like we can do better. So in terms of this game, I was honestly disappointed. I was expecting 3 points, but we take our point and go. I mean, currently 14th, and Man United fans are trying to gather close with us because they're currently 13th. I will not allow it. I mean, they're ahead of us, but at the same time, we're not in the same boat. We are rebuilding as Chelsea, and I need this to be seen on the pitch. As much as we're saying it, we can only say it for so long. So that was my review. A very disappointing game, and I was hoping we were going to win, but we did not win. So here we go, and here we are, and that was it. So if you enjoyed this content, please make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, share it with your family and friends. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the post notification bell. You'll be notified every time I upload a video, and I will be seeing you in my next video. Bye.